This conference will now be recorded.
So, good evening, everyone. So, we have some more advanced Excel commands. Now, I have mobile number here. So, I want to include the country code. For India, it is
Plus
hello
91.
91. So, I have to include 91. So, what I am going to do is I have mobile number here. So, from where the mobile number commences, from which range to which range?
From
Here I'm
A2 to A4.
A2 to A4. I'll select the range A2 to A4. Control 1. You press Control 1. So it will open the formatting cells dialog box. There you go for custom. Okay. In the custom, you type within double quotes 91. After that, 91 should be enclosed within double quotes and you should include hash sign. Hash sign means it is for numeric values. For numeric value, you should use hash sign. Hash represents numeric value. Clear? Now I'll click on OK. So before that mobile number, you can see 91 has been included. If you want to remove, it is the same procedure. What I should do? Select the range from A2 to A4, then Control 1. Press Control 1, then you go to Custom. In the Custom, you remove this. Type is within double quotes 91 you have entered. After closing the quotes, you include hash sign. Hash is for numeric value. Now if I remove this, again the country code has been removed. Is it clear? Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
See, I want to prefix number or text. Okay, so I want to prefix number. So if I want to prefix with number, what I am doing? If I want to prefix with number now, for this mobile number, I want to prefix means before, suffix means after. How do I do? Tell me. Have you understood? Please respond.
Ma'am, could you show it again? How did you do that number part?
You have mobile number here. You have entered 10-digit number. Prior to this, I want to prefix with the what? What I want to prefix?
9-1.
9.
What is it called?
The country code.
So highlight the range from A1 to A4. I have the numbers from A1 to A4. Then you press Control 1. Control 1. Format cell dialog box will appear. There you select custom. Okay. Here you have type. You are able to see type. So remove that general and you type within double quotes 91. Once you have entered with 91 within double quotes, after closing the quotes, you suffix with hash symbol. It indicates number. You are prefixing number before the mobile number what you have entered. You can see the preview here. It is showing you the preview here, sample. Then you click on OK. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So similarly, I have names here. I have set of names. I want to prefix with Mr. So it is the same procedure. What I should do now? Select the range from A2 to A4. Press Ctrl 1. Go to custom. Type is general. You remove the general. Within double quotes, you type Mr. After closing the quotes, this is your text. Text to identify it as a text, you should type at sign. Okay. So you should type at sign. So you can see the preview here only. Then you can click on OK. At sign represents text. Hash symbol represents numeric value. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now click on OK. So
Ma'am,
it's
can
going
you
to
please share it?
what ma?
Ma'am, can you please show it again?
Yes. If you want to remove, it is the same procedure. Select the range. Control 1. Format cells dialog box will appear. Go to custom. Here you have type. Remove this. Now, if I click on OK, it's been removed. You have only the names here. Before this name, I want to prefix with Mr. So what I'll do, I'll highlight the range from A2 to A4. Press Ctrl 1. Format cells dialog box will appear. Go to custom. Type is general. Remove this. Within double quotes, you type Mr. Give one space and then close the quotes so that Mr. and that name, there will be one space in between that. Okay. Then you include at sign. At sign includes text. Hash sign includes number. Now I'll click on OK. It's going to appear Mr. That is, it is prefixing Mr. before the name. Before each name, it is prefixing with Mr. Is it clear? You have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now I want to insert blank rows in the records. Okay. So this is for inserting blank rows in the record. So I have a database. In between this, I want to insert a blank row. So you're selecting the range. So you're selecting the range that is from A4 to A8. Copy this. Copy and paste it below. Okay. Now you select the range A. You select the range from A2 to A11. Go for data tab. There you go for sort. There you select sort from A to Z. Serial number wise you sort it A to Z. Now see, in between each and every row you will be getting a blank cell. Is it clear?
Ma'am, could you
Did you
repeat it, please?
Yes, ma. See, I have a database here. My database commences from where? From where? I have a database this
A1 to F6.
A1 to F6. Now what you're supposed to do is select the range from A2 to A6. Select the range A2 to A6. Then copy this. Control C you can copy. Then in the A7 cell you paste it. Okay. Now you select only the serial number value, that is from A2 to A11. A2 to A11. Then you go for data tab. You click on sort. Sort, that is smallest to largest. Say sort. Now you can see in between each and every row, blank row is been inserted. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Understood? You want me to show it once again? You want me to show it once again?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Everyone, only one person is responding. How about others?
Got it, mom.
Why, ma? So dull? Tired, huh?
No, mom.
No, ma'am. Okay, ma. Now I have a database. I want to remove the blank rows. So I have a database. In between this, I have blank rows. I want to remove this blank row. Okay. So Control G, then you press Control S. Control G is it will go to dialog box. Then Alt S is for special. It will go for this special button. There you select blank, that is Alt K. K is single underlined. Alt K, blank is been selected. Then click on OK. See, there you press Control underscore. Press Control underscore. When you press Control underscore, you will get this delete dialog box. There you can use Alt U. Alt U is shift cells up. Alt U, shift cells up. Click on OK. Now blank rows are removed. I've written the steps in one more window. I'm showing it here. Have you understood?
Can you do it again?
So just be in the first cell, A1 cell. You press Control G. Control G is go to dialog box will appear. Here in the dialog box you have special button, right? You have a button.
Yes,
S
ma'am.
is single underlined. If your alphabet is single underline, you should press Alt and that alphabet if you want to use shortcut key. So how do I go for special?
Alt S.
Alt S. So press Alt S. There I want to select blank. Now what I should do?
Alt K.
Alt K. Now you click on OK. Now see, blank rows are selected. Blank rows are selected.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you have to press Control underscore. Control and underscore. So next to your backspace, second button is your underscore. So Control underscore, delete dialog box will appear. There shift cells up. U is single underline, right? I want to shift the cells above so that that blank rows will be removed. Clear? See, now what happens? Fourth row will be deleted. Fifth row and sixth row will be inserted there. Again, seventh row will be deleted. Eighth and ninth row data will be shifted up. You press Alt U. Click on OK. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You want me to show it once again?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now I want to hide the cells. I have a database. I have the database here. So what I'm doing is you're selecting the values. your values commences from C2 to E3. Okay, only the values you are selecting. Okay, I want to hide the cells. Select this values, press Ctrl 1. In the custom, here you have category custom. Go to custom. There type, you remove the type general and you type underscore. Shift and minus will give you underscore. Sorry. Shift and minus will give you underscore semicolon. There's no space. So underscore and semicolon you include. Click on OK. See, only the values are removed. To bring it back, again what you have to do, Control 1, you go to the custom. In the type, you have typed underscore and semicolon. Remove that. Again your values will be displayed. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll show it once more. What I have to do, you can tell me. Select
Press
only
on
the
control.
Ma'am, you
tell me.
select the value and then control 1
Control 1.
and then go
Then
to custom
custom. There you have type.
and
Remove
yes,
this
and,
type general and then
underscore
how do you get underscore?
shift minus
Shift minus will give you underscore and then
and then
semicolon.
semicolon.
Then click on OK. Now only your values are hidden. To bring it back, it is the same step. Control 1, go to custom, type. You have typed that underscore and semicolon. Remove that. Again, your values are visible. Clear? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So next you have this transpose. Yesterday I told you paste special. You want your row heading to be displayed column heading or column heading should be displayed row heading. Have you tried it out? Hmm? So I have my data here. So I want this quantity, price and amount to be transposed. Means it has to transpose. Row heading should become column heading or column heading should become row heading. So what I'm doing is where you wanted it to be pasted. Okay. So this is the information which I want to transpose. So how many rows and how many columns are there?
3 columns and 2 rows.
Check it out. How many rows and how many columns? The data what I have selected. How many rows and how
Three
many
rows
columns?
and three columns.
Okay. So same way here I am selecting 3 rows, 3 columns. Okay. I want it to be transposed here. So you are selecting the range. Then you are using the function. In the selected range, you are going to type equal to transpose. So it will convert the vertical range of your cells to horizontal range or vice versa. Okay, so transpose. So your data commences from C1 to E3. So this should be transposed. Okay. After this, you press Control Shift and Enter. Control Shift Enter. You'll get the transposed data. It has got transposed. Any doubts?
Ma'am, you don't need to press on zone and product.
No, I don't want. I wanted only the values. Only the values will be transposed, because if I make any changes here, it should get reflected. So I'll make changes here. It will get reflected. Clear? When I'm using the transpose function, whatever changes I do, it will get reflected. Just like that,
Yes, ma'am.
normal transpose, if you do, it will not work out. Are you getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
When you use paste special transpose, that time if I make any changes, it will not get affected. When I'm using this transpose function, if I make any changes in my main data, it will get reflected in the transposed data. Clear? You want me to show
Yes,
it
ma'am.
once again? You want me to show it once again?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what am I supposed to do now? First, you have a database. You want your data to be transposed. So you have column headings. I want to change that to row heading. Okay. So how many rows and how many columns you have? How many rows and how many columns you have? You have 3 rows, 3 columns, right? So in the new location, you are selecting 3 rows, 3 columns. Including the heading, you have 3 rows, 3 columns. In this area, I want to get the transposed information. So here, after selecting the range, you use equal sign, transpose, then your data commences from C1 to E3. Close the bracket. Now you have to press Control Shift Enter. So your data will get transposed. Clear? Column heading will become your row heading now. Or row heading will become your column, vice versa, when you use the transpose function. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So what happened yesterday? I had given you some assignments. Have you tried? Have you people tried? Yes or no?
Ma'am, we need some more time, ma'am.
Okay, ma. And one more thing is, I had told you go to Google, take up quiz.
Quiz.
Have you tried?
Yes, ma'am.
How many yes? Only one yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Two yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So if you take up, it will be helpful. Once the module is completed, immediately you'll have your multiple choice questions asked in your exam. You need to select the appropriate answer. Now onwards, if you have tried, it will be easier for you to, you'll not have any fear. So wherein you'll be easily able to know the, you will only come to know you have understood the subject, or you will come to know where that option comes. Still I have not worked on that particular option or the command. You can practice. Is that clear?
Ma'am, for how much marks, ma'am, should we attend?
I think it might be for 100 marks, I think so, ma. 100 or 50 it will be there. So
Okay, ma'am.
you have to practice. Once if you go through that, so many multiple choice questions are there, 100 questions are there, 50 questions are there, you keep trying that. One second, ma, I'll just get back. Meantime, you try this. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you tried it out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if any changes is being made in your data, original data, so in the transpose data also the changes will take place automatically. The total changes, okay, when the quantity or the price is changed, even the total value will get changed. Clear? Okay, next we have advanced selection. So what I'm doing is I'll select, means I have a database here, have a database. So I want to search for manager. So what I'm doing is I'll press Control F. Control F is for find. Okay. There you're typing manager or whichever designation is repeated in your database. You can type that word. Okay. Then Alt I. Alt I is find all. So it will show you there are three cells which contains manager, that is B2, B6 and B8 in your database. Okay, so it will show you here in this find and replace dialog box three cells found. Okay, then you can press Control A. Only manager records it has been selected. Then you can click on close. So you want to select only the managers from your database. Understood?
Can you do it again?
Yeah. So what I have to do? Select the, so press Control F. Just be in A1 cell. Control F. Find dialog box will appear. Find what? I want to search for analyst. So how many analyst records are there? Two analyst records are there. Okay. If you want to use shortcut keys, so Alt I is for find all. So it will show you the cell reference. In B4 you have analyst and B7 you have analyst. Okay. Then you press Control A. In your database where all it is finding analyst, it will be highlighted. So in two cells you can see analyst is being selected. Then close, come out of your dialog box. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
You want me to show it once again?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So I've told you about advanced selection. I've told you about advanced transpose. Then I've told how to hide the cells, how to remove blank rows. Now what I'm going to do is I have an Excel file. In this Excel file, I'm storing some information. I'll type uh, names. I'll store some names here. Okay. Now I'll save this file. File, save. I'll save the file name as embedding. Then click on save. Okay. Now I'll open Word application. I'll open Word application. I'll go to insert. Insert. Under insert, you have object here. Select object. There you have create from file. So you have saved that file in Excel, right? Go to create from file, browse. On the desktop, you have saved one file by name embedding.
Mom, it's visible saying embedding.
Where? It's here. Embedding, insert. Okay, then you should select this link to a file. Link to a file. Click on this, then click on OK. Now you get that Excel sheet here. You've got that Excel sheet here.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'll go to that file. I'll make some more changes. Either I can add some more names or you can remove any of the existing name. You have included some more names to this. I'll save the changes. After saving the changes, I'll come back to Word. I'll right click here. I'll right click. I'll select update link. If I click on update link, see again whatever names that you have included in your worksheet, that will get added here. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you
Yes.
show it again?
Yes, ma'am. So first what I'm doing, I'm opening a new Excel file. In this, whatever data you wanted, you can include. So I have some data here. You have some data in your Excel sheet. You're saving this file. You can give any name. So I've given it as embedding. Okay. Save the file as embedding. Then you open Word application or PowerPoint application. Okay. Either you can go to Word or PowerPoint. So I'm showing you in Word. So you open Word application, new blank document. You go to insert. Under insert, you have object. You can bring the data from other applications when you go for this object. Insert an embedded object or the text from any other file into this document. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So go to this object, click on the object. There you have create new and create from file. So I'll go for create from file. If you go for create from file, you will get this browse. You have created one file in Excel and you have saved that file. Under which location you have saved? Go to that location, select the file, you click on insert. And you should not forget to click on this option. Click on this checkbox. Link to a file. You have to select this link to a file. Now you click on OK. So you have the data as it is in this Word document. But since you have selected click link on this, so since you have selected that link option, now again I'll go to Excel. In Excel, if I add any data, suppose I'll just copy the same thing, I'll paste it here. I'll just change the quantity. Okay, save the changes. You save the changes in Excel. That Excel file need not be closed. It can be opened. Okay. So in the Word application, see already one time you had already opened this file, right? You had created the link previously. That is why it is showing. If not, you have to right click and select update link. You have to click on update link, then only the changes will be displayed along with the previous information what was present earlier. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
You want me to show it once again?
No, ma'am.
Understood? Everyone,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
only two voices is always familiar.
Yes, ma'am.
Third one,
Yes,
that's all.
ma'am.
Fourth one. Out of how many? Only four people are attentive. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I've told you about advanced selection, advanced transpose, hide the cells, remove blank rows, embedding, inserting blank rows, prefix number and text, this convert function.
Ma'am, could you go back to the sheet which had embedding?
Hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, convert to function. So I have one function convert. So you have the data value from unit and to unit. So 60 minutes will make 1 hour, right? So I wanted to know 1 hour is 60 minute. So what I'm doing is equal to, I have one function convert. So converts a number from one measurement system to another. So convert function, what it does, it converts a number from one measurement system to another. So I'll go for this convert. Number is
A2 cell.
A2, A2 equal to convert. So number is A1, cell is A1. You are converting 1 hour. So
Ma'am,
from
shouldn't it be
unit,
A2?
ma'am, it should be
A2. Yeah,
A2,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. A2, A2. A2, comma. So unit is, what is the unit? You are converting hour,
Hours.
hour to minutes. So you should select hour here. You can check it out. You can scroll down. You have hour here. You can select hour. Okay. Select hour. You are converting this to minute. Okay. So again, you go here and select minute. Enter. Select minute. Okay. Then close the bracket. So 1 hour is 60 minutes. Same way, box of 10 numbers. 10. So one box contains 10 items. Okay. So equal to convert A3 cell from, if you have that unit, then only you can check it out. If you have numbers here, you can select. If not, you should select. 1 ton is how many kgs? Hmm?
1000.
Aha. That you can try. 1000 kgs will make 1 ton, isn't it? That you can try. So hour of 60 minutes, then 60 minutes. What other units you have based on that? 1 day, 24 hours. That you can try. So this is not there. One ton is how many kgs? Huh? 1 ton is how many kg?
1000.
So equal to convert A3 cell. So you're converting ton to kgs. So if you don't have, then you cannot select.
We can do gram also, ma'am.
Yes, ma. That you can try. You don't have kgs, no? You can try with meters. You try with grams. How many grams? You try with meter and grams. Okay. Inch, feet. These things you try it out. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You try with seconds. Then what you have? Hour. Hour is over. Then
Day,
day. Then what are the
gram,
things? Gram. Then you have
meter, meter.
meter. Uh, so for these things, I want you to try it out. Clear? For these
Yes, ma'am.
units, you try with this convert function. Hmm. Any doubts you have from the previous class?
No, ma'am.
No,
Are you
ma'am.
practicing? Are you practicing? I had given you the assignments. You have to try it out. You have to try it out with
Yes.
pivot table.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm? Hmm. So in Excel, files are saved with what extension?
Ma'am, Excel SX.
XLX.
XLSX. So what is the difference between save and save as?
Save is when we firstly save the worksheet or a file, and save as is to make some changes in the file and then we'll save it again.
Okay. So what is the difference between paste and paste special? Save as is again if you want to take a backup copy of an existing file, same file can be saved in different location or in the same location with a different name. Okay. Then what is the default column width? What is the default column width?
8.43, I guess.
I'm 8.11.
8.43.
I'm in mine it shows it's 8.11.
No, ma. Default it is, see, everywhere it is 8.43 only. You can go for home tab. Under home tab, you have format
Format.
column width, default width. So it will show you 8.43. Default is 8.43. Okay.
I did the
Shortcut.
same thing. It's showing me 8.11.
Which version are you working on? If some changes, if they have done in the
2021.
settings, then it will be changed.
It's 2021 version, ma'am.
Okay. So default it will be 8.43. In means if there are two options given, first preference you go for 8.43. Next, if they have given even 8.11, you can go for that also. Okay. Either of the two answers are correct. Now, what is the shortcut key for save?
Control S.
Open.
Control O.
Then undo, redo.
For undo, it's Control Z, and for redo, Control R.
Control Y. I've deleted this. If I want to get it back,
Control Z.
hmm, Control Z. Control Y. What is Control Z? Undo or redo?
Control Z is undo.
Control Y is
Redo.
Read.
uh, so cut, copy, paste.
Control X, Control C, Control V.
Control V.
Control X is what?
Control X is for cut, Control C is for copy, Control V is for paste.
Control P is for
Paste.
Alt F4.
It is to close the current workbook.
Alt F4. Alt F4 is for
Closing the workbook.
okay. Control F4 is for
Closing the current sheet.
uh, Control Alt F4 is for Alt F4. It is exiting. from Excel. Control F4 is for closing the active workbook. Control F4 is closing the active workbook. Alt F4 is to exit from Excel. Okay. So what are the default alignments you have?
The numbers are right aligned and text is left aligned.
No, ma. I'm asking what are the alignments you have? What are the alignments you have? Left, center, and right, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm. Now, if I, how do I increase the column row height? How to increase the row height? You know how to increase the row height and column width?
Ma'am, is it in home tab format?
Yes, yes, yes. So select the database, go to format,
Format?
go to row height, increase the row height. So I'll make it as 25. My row height is increased. So you
Yes,
have three
ma'am.
alignments. One is left, center, right, as well as you have top align, middle alignment, and bottom align. So if you want your content to be in the center of the cell by giving space towards left, right, top, and bottom, you can select alignment center as well as alignment middle alignment. Only if you have increased the row height, then you can see inside the cell my content is in the center of the cell. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you want to remove that row height, auto fit to row height or undo it. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is the difference between conditional formatting, format as table, and cell styles? What is conditional formatting?
Conditional formatting, you can format it as data bars or color scales, and then in format as table, you can change the color or the
For the
colors of the table.
for what? Format as table is for what? It's applied for what, ma?
Pivot tables.
For the database that you have selected, it can be applied. Conditional formatting is applied for the values. You have values here. It can be applied for the values. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, how about the cell styles? You have worked on it or not?
Ma'am, cell styles we didn't work on.
So now if I want to get this total value of this salary column, what I should do?
Is equal to sum
Hmm.
in brackets
Hmm.
C1 to C6.
See?
C1, I mean C2 to C6.
Hmm. C2 to C6. You'll get the total value here. Now what I'll do is I'll go for this cell style. I'll select this total. So when I select total, you can see that style applying for that cell. See, for that total value, I want to get the style as, see, you have two underlines below and single underline above for that cell. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So like that cell style, if you have a title, suppose if I type, I want this to be considered as title. So select the cell, you make it as title. Okay. So that style will be different. Okay. So if you want heading, so I have MS Word, MS Excel. So for this, I want to change the cell style as heading 1. This should be heading 1. This should be again heading 1 because under MS Office you have Word, Excel, PowerPoint access like this. Clear? So
Yes, ma'am.
you can
Yes,
apply
ma'am.
this for your cells. You have some values. So you have marks. Wherever the marks is below 30, it should be shown as bad or good. So you can make use of this cell styles. Okay. So if you want to clear the formats, you can go for this clear all. So what is pivot table? How about my assignment? I had told you to try it with invoice, GST invoice.
I have to still do it.
Okay. So if you want the background color to be changed, you will be selecting like this. Go to Home tab. Here, background color, you are changing to white. It will be like this. Okay. Then whatever you wanted, you can type here. Heading, the company name and all. Okay. So only for these rows, if you want the outline. So you can go for this border. Only outside border can be selected like this. Or if you want to merge the cells from here to here, click on merge cells. Whatever you have typed there, heading should be centered for these three cells. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Hmm.
ma'am.
How about you have worked on smart arts?
No, ma'am.
Good girl. Everything is pending. When you people will do all the assignments?
Ma'am, we have worked on smart art.
Okay, ma. Difference between graph and spark line. Difference between chart and spark line.
Ma'am, like chart appears for more than one cell while sparkline appears in a single cell.
So in chart, how many types you have? 2D and 3D. In 2D, you have X, Y and Y axis. In 3D, you have X, Y and Z axis. Okay. In case of 2D, you cannot rotate the chart. In 3D, you can rotate the chart. Hmm? Hyperlink, have you tried?
Yes.
Slicer.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Hmm. So you have even symbols here. You can go for symbol, whichever symbol you wanted. You can insert from any other font. Okay. So I have this currency symbol. I can insert it like this. This is euro currency, pound, yen, or dollar. You can get the signs, symbols here. So we'll continue in the next class. So you have time, practice. We will have one more revision class as well. Meantime, if any topic is left over, I'll be discussing in the next session. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
we'll
Thank you,
stop for
ma'am.
the day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.